Thank you once again for joining me on this journey. Today's new journey into and through our respective resilience. As I usually intend, as I begin recording these daily messages, the titles are intended to definitely, given all the stuff you're bombarded with every day, with news, good news, bad news, just noise, I'm trying to at least give you something to notice in the titles and maybe spend some of that time you have available, hopefully 500 seconds, to consider these words of sincerity and trying to put some structure and context around this subject called resilience that I seek to share with you. So the title today, when it says in the thumbnail, I love you, is dead. And also there's an inference there that says God is dead. We'll get to who wrote that. And if I do find the time to cite that person who said that, I have to offer to you what did it mean or what does it mean. Now, part of that came from a book I would recommend to you all to read called The Murder of Christ by Mr. Wilhelm Reich. Mr. Wilhelm Reich. Now, don't jump to conclusions. Please don't. Stick with me for a moment. But here is the gist of that book, The Murder of Christ. And it is tied into the topic for today. I love you is dead. And really, it's about the same statement that I made initially. I love you is dead and the murder of Christ. Not the passing or death or supposed resurrection of the prophet Jesus. It's way more than that. It's about what's dying or dead in all of us. Let me say that again. When I say for this episode, I love you is dead, and cite the book by Mr. Wilhelm Reich, The Murder of Christ, it's about both those statements is about what's dying or dead in all of us. And when I say all of us, maybe most of us, and yours truly included. I love the love in you, meaning I love the love before you, within you, and beyond you. I love the love before me, within me, and beyond me. See, it's never, ever about you. It's never, ever about me regarding love. The constant grace given to each of us called love. But if, and actually when, we fail to recognize this, love dies within us. In that same statement, then, when we fail to recognize this, God dies within us. And the Christness dies within each of us. All we must do is to make the space, produce the awareness of the simple fact of grace, love, that insisted for us to exist. Now, whether we do this or don't do this really is immaterial. As I mentioned just a moment ago, love, God, Christ persisted before us during our brief stay of awareness here, and will continue beyond and after our temporary presence of physicality here. That is actually not to belabor or give you a dissertation on this statement or on that book. But what I'm trying to do today is to correlate, associate, compress, and then expand from there your consideration and my understanding of the closeness, the composition of this thing we call life. And my proposition to you today is to consider this generally topic called life or living into those three clear components of God, love, and Christ. Not the person or the prophet called Christ. No, those three entities are not outside of you. Those three aspects or perspectives are not outside of me and you. Those three, we'll say, concrete examples are within me and within you. God, love, and Christ. You have been brought here based on those or these three examples or aspects, if you will, that I am offering to you another way, another lens, another approach, another part of the foundation for you to decide what is your resilience. And below that, what drives your definition of resilience. Maybe you don't like this association of God, love, and Christ, and those three entities dying within us if and when we fail to recognize with gratitude and consistency in refreshing that awareness of God, love, and Christ within each and every one of us, within each and every one of the people, experiences, events, or conditions you will encounter on your journey. And very simply, as I said before, I highly recommend you pick up that book, The Murder of Christ. It's not about that one individual 2,000 years ago. It's about you and I today, in this present moment, experiencing that. The murder of God in you, the murder of Christ in you, the murder of love in you, if and when we fail to recognize the importance of the grace given to us on a moment-to-moment, breath-by-breath basis. Just consider that. Perhaps we can revisit this conversation once again, but let's pause here, take a moment, another fresh moment to chew on that, digest it, and then let's talk about it further should we get another opportunity. Stay safe, stay present. Wherever you are in this world, please remember, it is always 8:20.